Good afternoon to all. Today I will talk about tachyphylaxis. What is tachyphylaxis? It is the rapid development of the tolerance. When certain drugs are administered repeatedly at short intervals, tolerance develops rapidly and is also known as tachyphylaxis or acute tolerance. So when the rapid development of tolerance, what is tolerance? Which means some are certain when some drugs or certain drugs are administered repeatedly at short intervals. Some drugs are administered repeatedly at short intervals. It causes tolerance, rapidly tolerance, or it's called tachyphylaxis. When certain drugs are administered repeatedly, the response repeatedly at the short intervals, the response is less, which is known as tachyphylaxis. Okay, rapid. It is the rapid development of the tolerance. When it will occur, when some are certain drugs are administered repeatedly at short intervals, but response is less. It is called tachyphylaxis. What is meant by tolerance? It refers to the requirement of higher dose of a drug to produce a given response, which means for tolerance it requires or needs more dose. It needs or requires more or larger doses of drug to produce a given response. It is called tolerance. It is for tolerance, it requires more or larger doses of drug to produce given response and loss of therapeutic efficacy. Example: sulfonylureas, like gliclamide, which is used in type 2 diabetes, and beta agonists in bronchial asthma. Beta agonists drugs like beta agonist symptomatic drugs like salbutamol, terbutaline, which is also used in bronchial asthma. These drugs causes tolerance. This tolerance has two types: natural and acquired. Natural is these pieces race shows these pieces are race shows less sensitivity to the drugs. Example: rabbits are tolerant to atropine and black races are tolerant to mydriatics. So certain individuals in any population hyporesponders to certain drugs. Example to beta blockers and alcohol. Certain individuals in any population, they occur hyporesponses to certain drugs. Examples are beta blockers and alcohol. This is natural tolerance. Examples are beta blockers and alcohol. Next one is the acquired tolerance. For this acquired tolerance, when it will occur, this is occurs due to repeated use of drug. This is occurs due to repeated use of drug. The mechanism of development of tolerance could be due to pharmacokinetic tolerance and pharmacodynamic tolerance and acute tolerance. The mechanism of development of tolerance occurs due to pharmacokinetic tolerance, pharmacodynamic tolerance and acute tolerance. First one is the pharmacokinetic tolerance, which is changes in the absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion of drugs may result in reduced concentration of the drug at the site of the action and is also causes dispositional drug tolerance. So when it will happen, pharmacokinetic tolerance, it is changes in the absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion of the drugs. So it will lead to reduced concentration of the drug at the site of the action. And repetitive administration, it also decreases their absorption and increases its own metabolism. When we are administered repetitively, it causes either decreases their absorption or increases its own metabolism. Example, alcohol decreases the absorption, and barbiturates and carbamazepines, uh, these drugs are increases itself its metabolism. This is about pharmacokinetic tolerance. And another one is a pharmacodynamic tolerance. Which is the drug action is lessened due to changes in the target tissue. It may be less response to the drug. So example is morphine. It may be due to desensitization or down regulation of the receptors or beginning of response effectuation, which means these drugs pharmacodynamic tolerance is nothing but a drug action is drug action is less due to changes in the target tissue. When target tissue is not responsive, so drug action is less. Example, morphine, it may be due to desensitization of the tissue or down regulation of the receptors. We will see in next the later slides. And another one is the next one, acute tolerance. It is also called tachyphylaxis. So acute tolerance means acute development of the tolerance after a rapid and repeated administration of the drug in shorter intervals. So tolerance develops rapidly. It is known as tachyphylaxis. What will happen? We have used a repeated or continuous use of certain drugs at short interval. A short interval that may decreases the pharmacological response. So this is called tachyphylaxis. Okay. When the acute development of tolerance after rapid and repeated administration, when we have to use the repeated and rapid or continuous administration or use of certain drugs in short intervals, so that may be decrease the drug action, drug response or pharmacological response. It is called tachyphylaxis. Example, ephedrine, tyramine and amphetamine and 5-hydroxytryptamine. These drugs are causes tachyphylaxis. So coming to the tachyphylaxis, it refers to the rapid development of the tolerance when doses of drug is repeatedly or quick successions result in a marked reduction in response. When it will happens, when the rapid development of tolerance or when the doses we have to use continuous or repeated dose of certain drugs at short interval, it decreases the response. This is usually seen either indirect acting drugs such as ephedrine, tyramine and nicotine, and also seen in direct acting drugs. These drugs act by releasing catecholamines in the body and synthesis of which is unable to match the rate of release and stores get depleted. When will it happen? So tachyphylaxis, when will it happen? When repeated drugs are giving or continuously giving at the continuously use of drugs at the short interval, so it decreases the response. This is usually seen in indirect sympathomimetic drugs such as ephedrine, and also seen with tyramine and nicotine. These drugs act by releasing catecholamines to produce noradrenaline in the vesicle in the body, and synthesis of which is unable to match the rate of release, and also depletion of the stores of noradrenaline. So coming to the practical, tachyphylaxis aim to study tachyphylaxis phenomenon using sympathomimetics. Requirements are software, Nowadays we are using, we are doing by use CAL or computerized assisted learning, or some softwares. XPharma and animal simulators are like softwares. And tissue, we can use tissue, frogs, heart, and drugs are using for tachyphylaxis of ephedrine, amphetamine, and 5-hydroxytryptamine, reserpine. These all drugs are causes tachyphylaxis. And what is the principle? The given drugs acts as an agonist for different receptors present at the different sites in human body. These drugs binds with the receptors and produce some changes in the structure or function, leading to the alteration in the function of organ or tissue. Some drugs given acts as an agonist, like ephedrine, which acts as an agonist for different receptors present in the different sites in the human body. These drugs binds with the receptors and produce some changes in the structure or function. It's leading or alteration in the function of the organ or tissue. The tachyphylaxis may be associated with direct acting, indirect, and mixed acting symptomatic drugs. What is the procedure? This tachyphylaxis practical you have to write from aim, requirements, and principle and procedure. Procedure: the present experiment was carried out in animal simulator software. The following steps were performed: opening the software, particular experiment for chosen, and select the drug. If, for example, ephedrine, this is the indirect acting symptomatic. This drug administered at a constant dose and short interval, it produce the response on BP of down. Then afterwards, you have to check readings and draw the observation table. So this is the procedure by using the CAL, computerized assisted learning, or other softwares like XPharma, animal simulation. This is the present experiment was carried out in a animal simulator software. The following steps were open. First, opening the software and particular experiment was chosen. Which one you want to do the experiment? That experiment you have to choose and select the drug and ephedrine. For example, is ephedrine. Then this drug is administered at a constant dose and a short interval to produce this response on BP of down. Then you have to observe the values, and you have to draw the table, observation table. Then how you can do practical by using animal simulator or online XPharma Pro online softwares. This is the example of online available softwares and other databases on this animal simulator or XPharma and Zoology Pro and Physiology Pro, Experimental Physiology. These all are the online softwares which is available for doing the animal experiments. Then you have to create your email ID and sign in. Then you will get like this page. Here is practical names are there. In this screen, we have to select your topic. Then you will click on here. Then start here. If you will click on start, then you will get like this. For example, here you can see this is the tissue, and here you can see this is the drugs list. If you will select some of certain drugs here, then click on here, and you will get like this graph. So this is the This is the example of how to do the practical by using CAL or computerized assisted learning. See here, this is the observation table. You have to draw like this: serial number, time, drug, and BP. Then we have to use repeated dose of or continuous dose of same drug with the short intervals. Response will decrease. Okay. Response will decrease. Here BP will gradually, response is decreased. Discussion part: ephedrine produces increased BP due to direct action or decreases due to indirect action. First, it decreases the because of it acts on alpha receptors and beta receptors. It produces increased BP by direct action. Then we have to give continuously the continuous use of drugs. Continuous use of drugs when at very short intervals, that may decrease the response. By indirect action, it releases the noradrenaline from the presynaptic vesicle, and which in turn stimulates alpha 1 receptors and beta 1 receptors, and also shows down regulation, which means this ephedrine also acts on indirect effects, and also it decreases the response because of indirect action and because of down regulation. And it also shows mixed action. It acts both direct and indirect actions. Here you can see this graph. This is the X contains doses of drugs 0, 200, 400. These are the doses of drugs. Here you can see response. When we can administer, or we have to when we can administer doses here, then you can see here rapid response. Okay, after that we have to give continuous drugs with short intervals. So you can see here decreases the response, rapid decreases the response. So x-axis contains the drug doses and y-axis contains response. Here this dose is increasing but response is less. Here see, you can see here dose is gradually increasing but response is gradually decreasing. So why there is a decrease in response in spite of increasing their doses, means you cannot overcome the tachyphylaxis by increasing the doses. Okay, if you are increasing the dose but you cannot overcome the tachyphylaxis because there is a continuously decreases the response or decreases the pharmacological actions. If you are increasing the dose but you cannot overcome tachyphylaxis, there is a continuously decreases the response or decreases the pharmacological action. And another, for better understanding, I will explain this chart and mechanisms. Here you can see this is tachyphylaxis, gradual decreases the response. This is the first response, then gradually decreases the, you can see here, gradually decreases the response of drug. What is tachyphylaxis? When we are used drugs repeatedly or continuously use of certain drugs at the very short intervals, that may decreases the response. Okay, that may decreases rapid response. When we are administered continuously or continuous, certain drugs are repeatedly administered of certain drugs at very short intervals, that may decreases the response. This is called tachyphylaxis. Example, ephedrine. Here successive doses of ephedrine have less and less effect on blood pressure. After successive doses, first it increases the response, but after successive or repeatedly administration of ephedrine, it decreases the response due to depletion of noradrenaline, and another one is the down regulation, because it acts indirectly releasing noradrenaline. This is the mechanism of actions of tachyphylaxis. How it will occur? It occurs by indirectly acting, releasing noradrenaline or depletion of the noradrenaline from neuron. Here you can see this is the neuron. Inside vesicles are there, which is stored in noradrenaline. This is the vesicle. When ephedrine or drugs are common binds to the this vesicle, it stimulates this vesicle to release the noradrenaline or neurotransmitters from the neuron. So here you can see this is the this is the tissue. These are the receptors. Receptors are present on the tissue. So when these drugs are acts on this vesicle, this noradrenaline is released from this vesicle and binds to the receptors and acts on and gives the response. Acts on these receptors and gives the particular response. So this is the ephedrine direct action of receptors, and this is the indirect action of receptors. So what is down regulation? Here you can see this is the ephedrine. This is really, this ephedrine acts indirectly by the noradrenaline by releasing noradrenaline. This ephedrine acts on vesicle which is present on the neuron. It releases the neurotransmitters or norepinephrine or norepinephrine, which acts on receptors. So here indirectly acting ephedrine is releases more noradrenaline repeated after giving continuous administration of drug. So what will happen? Receptors are less. So action is not shown here. So this is called down regulation. If there is down regulation of receptors, tachyphylaxis may be there. Now, what is meant by tachyphylaxis and what is meant by down regulation? When the tissue is continuously exposed to the agonist. These are the agonists. Noradrenaline is the agonist. When the tissue is continuously exposed to the agonist or noradrenaline, so what will happen? There is a decrease in the number of receptors. There is a decrease in the number of receptors. For example, this is the receptor. First, noradrenaline command binds this receptor. So when the tissue is continuously exposed to this agonist, there is decreased number of receptors, and there decrease the sensitivity of the receptors. Because of this is a down regulation. Okay. And this property seen in some asthmatic patients, because those who are using beta 1 agonists like salbutamol, terbutaline, these are the bronchodilators. Bronchodilators, they will continuously exposed to the who are taking these drugs, they are continuously exposed to the agonists repeatedly at the short interval of time. If they are increasing the dose but decreases the response. And another one is the second mechanism of action is the depletion of the store of noradrenaline. Now you can see here this in this diagram, you can see all the drugs are this here ephedrine and riserpine, all the drugs are releasing the noradrenaline from this vesicle. So there is a depletion of noradrenaline because continuous use of the drug. So this is the depletion of norepinephrine. Okay, first one is the down regulation. What will happen in down regulation when the tissue is continuously exposed to the agonist or noradrenaline? So there is the decrease the number of receptors, decrease the number of receptors and decreasing the sensitivity of the receptors because of the down regulation. And this will seen in this property is seen in asthmatic patients. Those who use beta 1 agonists are like salbutamol, terbutaline. These are the bronchodilator drugs. So these drugs are bronchodilators. They will continuously expose to the agonist repeatedly at the short intervals of the time. If you will increasing the dose, but decreasing the response. So that is one of the mechanism, down regulation, and another one is the depletion of stores of noradrenaline. Here you can see this is the riserpine depletes noradrenaline store from the vesicle. It depletion of the noradrenaline from the, here you can see this is the depletion of the noradrenaline from the vesicle, which is in neuron. So because of continuous use of the drug, when it will deplete because of continuous use of drug, now it produces noradrenaline from vesicle. So this so due to this, because of continuous use of drugs, so depletion of noradrenaline occurs, and also it also dissociation of the drug receptors. Okay, these are the mechanism of tachyphylaxis. Tachyphylaxis, which means when we used the repeated or continuous use of certain drugs at short interval, it may decreases the rapid response or it decreases the pharmacological response. This is called tachyphylaxis. And which tachyphylaxis causes ephedrine. Ephedrine is a non-catecholamine. It is indirectly acting symptomatic drug. It stimulates alpha and beta receptors, and it releases the noradrenaline, but it's not significant in beta 2 action. There is no decrease the BP, and beta 2 is mainly present located on bronchial smooth muscle and uterine smooth muscles. It causes relaxation. Beta 1 receptors causes positive inotropic effect, and it sustained rise in BP. So it acts on beta 1 receptors. It causes sustained rise in BP. It also causes tachyphylaxis due to depletion of noradrenaline stores. So ephedrine acts by releasing the catecholamines, which already we discussed in earlier slide, and synthesis of which does not match the release and depletes stores rapidly. So here you can see response of ephedrine. It increases the response and gradually decreases. This is the normal tachyphylaxis graph. And what is tachyphylaxis? It is a rapid reduction in responsiveness and responsiveness due to frequent administration of drug in frequent intervals, in short intervals. It is a rapid reduction in their response because frequent administration in short intervals. Okay. It is also called acute tolerance. When it will happen? Due to down regulation or depletion of noradrenaline stores. When it will deplete? Because of continuous use of the drug, it causes depletion of the noradrenaline stores. Seen in indirectly acting drugs such as ephedrine, tyramine, and amphetamine, and other mechanisms, slow dissociation of the drug from receptors. There are two mechanisms. One is the depletion of the noradrenaline stores. One is the down regulation, which causes tachyphylaxis. Examples: ephedrine, tyramine, and amphetamine, which acts. Ephedrine acts on directly acting drug. So conclusion: after repeated administration of ephedrine, it reduces the response. Here you can see this is the response and response plot, and this is the X is the drug doses. When you will administer drug continuously, so first it increases the response, then gradually decreases. Increases the when you will give or administered dose, increases the dose in short intervals, it gradually decreases the response. After repeated administration of ephedrine, it reduces the response. This is the conclusion part. And this is the graph. This is the graph we will be given in practical exams for you. You have to identify this picture, and you have to write what drugs affects on this response, and how you have to explain enter tachyphylaxis, the mechanism of tachyphylaxis, mechanism of actions, and which drugs causes tachyphylaxis. And also you have to write entire part from A, procedure, materials required, and discussion part also you have to write in this exam purpose, and this graph also you have to draw in your exams, and you have to explain it. Then conclusion also you have to write in exam. This is the exam purpose we will be given in exams. Thank you.